Welcome to the Maine-J Show. It's your boy Maine-J, and this is another episode of Maine-Chat. And as I always say, the preacher in me, I won't be before you long because it's going to be dark real soon, dark and cold. And you know what they say, the freaks come out at night. All right, so today I just want to talk about aloneness versus loneliness. Let me say it again for the single ladies in the back. Aloneness versus loneliness. Okay, so I went out the other day, and after I went out by myself. I ended up calling a friend of mine, and I was just saying, just checking up on you, what's good, are you all right, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, what are you doing? I'm just like, I just left the movie theaters. I saw True to the Game. Yeah, I ain't seen that. It's a real good movie. But I was like, I just left the movie theater, da, da, da. Why is the first question that people always ask when you say that you went out to the movies or out to eat, who did you go with? Nigga, I went by myself. And it's like, so what you about to do now? I'm like, I'm getting ready to go out to eat. I had the day off. I'm like, I got me a manicure. Went to the movies. I really wanted to see that movie. Great cast, great movie. And then I wanted to treat myself to some dinner because I didn't feel like going home and cooking and just eating like a sandwich, a bachelor meal sandwich and some chips or something like that. No, I wanted an actual dinner. So I went out to eat. And my brother was like, you know what, Jermaine, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how I can't go to the movies by myself. I can't go out to eat by myself. I got to be with somebody like that. Eating by yourself and going to the movies by yourself is for losers. He was like, I'm just going to have to find you somebody because I can't have you out in these streets going to the movies by yourself and out to eat by yourself. And I'm just like, I'm good. I like going to the movies alone. I like going to dinner alone sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not lonely. I don't need somebody to accompany me to these places. You know what I'm saying? I'm not lonely. I'm just doing it alone. You know the reason why I like doing stuff alone anyway? I like being dolo, solo, hey, hip hop, hooray, ho. It's because, number one, you get to watch what you want to watch. You get to eat what you want to eat. You don't have to share your concessions and all your food and your snacks and all up. No. Sometimes, money-wise, I like to catch a matinee. I'm a little cheap. I'm a little stingy. You might ask your people if you want to go. Well, I'm only available to go tonight. So now I got to rearrange my pocket and my wallet to go catch a movie and spend more money. And then sometimes it's more crowded at night when it's less crowded. And now you got to be around all these different people. Not now because we're Corona right now, but pre-Corona. Bump that. Same thing with going out to eat. Like, I like sometimes going out to eat by myself. You ain't got to wait for somebody to go with you, or you ain't got to deal with the place that they want to go and all that type of stuff. Or, you ever go with people who are picky? Or can I get the salad without the eggs, without the bacon, without this, without that? Girl, just ask for some lettuce and a fork. Or they're nasty, the waiters and waitresses. Like, sometimes you just want to go because you know how you are. You know what you want to eat. You know how you treat and you don't. And then sometimes you just want to be by yourself because you don't want to hear nobody else talking. And like some people, like they just talk. Like, can you just shut up and eat your food? Or can you just shut up and watch the movie? Those people, like sometimes we go into the movies too, and it's just like, what's happening? What's going on? Da da da. And you look at them like with that death look, like, listen, if you don't shut the hell up, I'm watching the same movie you're watching for the first time, just like you. I don't know what the hell's going on. So sometimes, and then I got friends too that go to the movies and they fall asleep. So I'm like, if you're going to fall asleep and not watch the movie, I could have came by myself. So, here's the difference. Do I like doing everything by myself? Absolutely not. But if I have to do it by myself, I'm okay with that. I can be alone. I can be by myself and enjoy myself, enjoy my own company, and be all right with that. Do I want to die alone and, be old and with cats and puppies and, my house smell like Bengay and stuff? Hell no. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying, I don't need no man. I don't need no girl. I don't need no nigga. I don't need no bitch. I don't need no whole F this, F that. Absolutely not. However, if I am alone and if I am single, I still know how to be content and happy and not be all depressed and all up in the house in the dark, eating ice cream and chips and letting myself go. Okay? I'll be all right. Loneliness is different because loneliness is like you have to be around people. You can't function unless there's people there. You can't function without a crowd. Your life revolves around people. That's a lonely person because when people can't be there and can't be around, it's like your world stops. It's okay. You know those people where like dang, didn't you just break up? Excuse me, hold on 1 second. I look like somebody's texting me. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, my bad. Okay. But you know, like those people, right? Like, dang, you got a new boyfriend already? Did you just break up with the last one 5 minutes ago? And the last one wasn't even your boyfriend. That was somebody else's husband. And the only reason why he's not your side piece no more, your main husband no more, is because now he's dicking down somebody else. And now somebody else is taking your spot. Listen, side note, if you're the main side piece, make sure you're the main one. You get more. If all the other side pieces are getting one day, you make sure you get two. But I'm just saying, like, you know, those people like, dang, you just have to have another boyfriend 5 minutes later or a new chick. Like, geesh. And their excuse is like, oh, you know, well, I can't be by myself, or I can't be lonely, and I can't be in the house. I gotta have me a man. That's a lonely person. When you just have to have a man, you just have to have a woman, you just have to learn to be content being by yourself. You know, those are the same people that get mad when they don't get invited to the cookout or to the birthday function or to the dinner. Ain't nobody invite me, da 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 da. It's okay. You're not going to be invited to everything. Learn to be okay with not being invited and say, you know what, I wasn't invited. No one's around or available to hang out with. I'm still going to do something. Because if I went by that logic, or people went by that logic, sometimes you won't be doing nothing. You know, you call all your people, say, what you doing? Let's go to the movies tonight. Let's go out to eat. I can't. You call them the following week. I can't. The following next week. So that means that every time people aren't available, your life comes to a halt. That's some bullshit. That's for the birds, honey. Okay? All the men who are independent, who can do things on their own. Yes, we can do things on our own. Yes, we can do things on our own. And it's just like, you know, people can't go on trips. So like right now, we Corona. People don't want to go out to eat. They want to do takeout. People don't want to go to the movies. People don't want to go out on trips and travel. Bump that, because when the real lockdown happened, I'm gonna be like, at least I went out of town and I went here and I stayed in a hotel and I did all this other stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to be alone. It's okay to be by yourself. I don't say be by yourself ever. I say be crazy, don't be a fool. But it's okay. Aloneness and the loneliness are two different things. Let me say it again. Aloneness and loneliness are two different things. I ain't trying to be lonely, but if I am alone, I will be okay. Loneliness gets you into that deep, you know, I'm lonely, I can't, you know, no one wants to hang out with me, I'm sad and this and this and that. That's lonely. I refuse to be like that. No one wants to hang out with me. That's more time for me. That's more money for me. That's more stuff I can focus on. Less attitudes I have to worry about. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing. So, you know, go out, live your life, do you. If he leaves you, she leaves you. You know, I don't need a man. I don't need a woman. I don't need to have kids. And, you know, you ain't got kids yet? No. You ain't got a man or a woman yet? No. You ain't lonely? No. I'm okay. Do I want a relationship? Absolutely. Do I want children? Absolutely. Do I want to be married one day? Absolutely. But if I don't have children, I will be okay. If I'm not in a long relationship, I will be okay. If I don't get married or have friends to hang out with all the time, I will be okay. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. And I don't need those things for me to function, you know. And I think that's what loneliness is like, you know, alcoholism or drugism. I don't want to compare it and make light of it, but I feel like loneliness is one of those drugs where it's just like, you know, if you can't function without people, you can't function without being alone, then that's a problem. That's an addiction. You know, you got to learn how to be all right with not getting a phone call. You have to learn to be all right. And that's that. And like, I'm going to continue, you know, don't feel no type of way because you're sitting there by yourself at the movie theater and people would, because I've gone to the movie theaters where other people have been by themselves. And you say, hi, how you doing? And they chill and you chill. You watch the movie. You laugh. They laugh. You laughing with yourself. Learn to enjoy yourself. When you learn to enjoy yourself, if you do break up or you might have a spouse or a partner that goes away for, a week at a time, or you might have children and they might have boyfriends now, girlfriends, or want to spend the night, you're going to have to figure it out. So, what am I supposed to do now? My husband, my girlfriend, my wife's gone, family went out of town. What am I supposed to do? Figure it out, but do something. Don't get stuck because people aren't there. Because those people will have control over you in that aspect as well. And people will have control. People run over you if they know, okay, you know what? They're only going to do something if I go. So if I don't go, that means that their life is going to stop. No, boo-boo. If you don't go, I'm still going. You don't want to go out to eat, I'm still going out to eat. You don't want to go to movies, I'm still going out. You don't want to go on a trip, I'm going on a trip. Shoot. Sometimes it's best to go alone because then you can do whatever you want and can't nobody go back. Oh, guess what? Guess who Jermaine was with? Or guess who so-and-so was with? And guess who he did and what she did and how. Nope. You won't get me. Yeah. And I won't go live and I won't be taking no pictures neither. But that's all I really want to say. It's kind of getting dark out here and, all this other stuff. And that's all I had to say. There's a difference between loneliness and aloneness, and don't feel no type of way because you do things alone. And don't try to make nobody make you feel any different because you do things alone. Some people are just loners. And I'm going to get yourself some friends. I don't need any friends. I'm not saying I don't need people. I'm not saying I don't need help. I'm not out here, acting like I can do it all by myself because I can't. Only a fool can think that. But what I'm saying is if I don't have any friends or anybody or anyone, I can function. I will be all right. And if I need somebody to talk to that bad, I'll get a shrink. Okay? I'll go talk to somebody and witness to somebody. That'll give me joy, talking to somebody. But just the fact that he was like, I got to get you somebody because you can't keep on doing this, especially like at your age and all this other stuff. Listen, it is what it is. Be alone. Don't be lonely, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning into the Maine-Chat show. Till the next time. Love yourself. Peace.
Since he came, there's been a change. I no longer am the same.